Hello, I'm Chris Nareko, and welcome to a new episode of Skaters in Cars, looking at spots. In this episode, we are in Brooklyn, New York, with Expedition Skateboards pro Zared Bassett.
What's happening? What's the problem with the car?
Fix the AC real quick.
What, just fill it with Freon?
Yeah, I did it yesterday and I didn't turn the car on and I just thought I filled the whole thing up, took it off.
You gotta fill it up every time you get in the car?
No, I'm just gonna do it right this time and I'm just so hyped that this works. I can't even bring the dog in the car, he'll pass away. I got my Benz parked in the garage, but this is the skate. So
Yeah.
we're skating today.
No, I understand.
You know?
I left my Benz at home too.
Do you need to bother having a car out here?
I mean, you don't need one, but if you have one, it opens up way more spots. For years, didn't have a car. It was kind of like a car, but it's good.
Where are we headed to now?
We're headed into Manhattan. We're gonna stop at the LES skate park, check it out, see who's lurking around.
It's like the official tourist destination for skateboarders in New York City, huh?
Oh, for sure. It's kind of rad because everybody used to go to the Tompkins Park, and now everybody goes here. So I don't know. I still like going to Tompkins and just skating flat. I get too overwhelmed going to a skate park.
And you battle a little bit of social anxiety, right? I mean, how do you live in a city like this dealing with that?
I mean, I think I've been getting a lot better.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. The last couple of years was gnarly, but I feel like I'm kind of getting over that. I just don't really care anymore.
And now where are we headed?
We're gonna head downtown Manhattan. We're gonna meet my buddy Lou Sarowski, Lurker Lou, at the Pyramid Ledges. I grew up with Lou in Cape Cod. This is the Pyramid Ledges. This spot's been here forever. I think Kalis pretty much owns the spot. A lot of history right here. It's pretty rad.
Josh Kalis was the first dude in my mind that really pretty much was shutting things down here. That's my first memories is Josh Kalis in 4-1 30. That was sick.
Gino's skate park. Oh, Gino's skate park. And he does the nollie heel. Da-na-na, da-na-na-na-na. And he rolls down the thing. He does a front nose side.
How about you? What did you get down here?
What did I do here? I did a switch back nose grind back 180 past the skate stopper. And that was kind of the only move I really got here. Lou, we kickflip front tail slid it.
We skate a little bit of vicious cycle, and then Jake did some the Chapman video. He tray flip nose slid it past the skate stopper, and then that hyped it up again.
Were you living down this way during 9/11?
No, we moved right after. When we actually moved into the building, there was still 5 stories of just burnt metal that was just there. And it was all the white dust was still everywhere. There was tons of memorials. It was super depressing. We used to live right 2 blocks away, so where the World Trade Center was. Our apartment was 2 blocks. We're at this big red cube. I had dropped in on it back in the day.
How'd you get up there?
It's actually a funny story. It was during the winter, so when I got up in there, it was way wider than I thought. It was all dusty and slippery, and it was freezing, so my hands were getting numb. Then there's a lip on the bottom that I didn't realize. So I think I tried it a couple different times, and then finally just fatty to flatty rolled away.
I've always been of the opinion that the best skateboarders in New York City have always been from New Jersey. You're kind of the one exception in my book. But do you think kids in the city are getting better, or is it still out-of-towners coming here and moving here?
Back in the day, I think it was more out-of-towners because there wasn't really skate parks here. Now, the last few years, there have been skate parks everywhere. So now the local kids are amazing. You go to the skate park, we were just at LES, and it was hard to film because there's so many kids there. And those kids are there every day.
People get bummed when I say that, but I feel like in the 90s, New York City skateboarding wasn't on par with what was going on in California. You had Pan,
Yeah.
you had Gino and Keenan. There was a few elevated guys, Huff from out here, but everybody went out there.
Yeah, I just feel like it's two totally different, it's 2 different styles of skating. It's not skating. It's not it's oh, you're playing baseball. These are the rules. It's there's so many different genres of what skating is to different people. So it's California is more, they have skate parks, all the press is there, all the media is there, the pros are all at the spots. Here it's more of a lifestyle, oh, we're gonna go skate to the store. Dudes aren't training to jump down big handrails here. They were just skating around. It was something to do. There's benches, there's ledges, there's little mani pads, there's this and that. Dudes out there would have all these tricks that they'd learn on transition, and I feel like transition really gives a skater board control that they'd come here and they'd have so much more board control, but it's a different style of skating. You can't really compare it.
I just remember all the edits down at the Cube, you know, and guys doing tricks over a garbage can, while guys in California doing tricks down Carlsbad.
Oh, of course. Because here, they had a trash can to skate. There, they had a car to drive to go to the coolest stuff. Downtown Manhattan, we've got this lump to poles, or lump, just a lump with some poles sticking out of it. First thing I remember seeing is Muska do a kickflip.
He had a headband, circas. Stefan Janowski kind of takes the cake with switch flip.
Matt Miller tray flipped it. That's crazy. Scheckler heel flipped it recently. Stefan switch flip. What else? Ron Diley impossible, which was insane. That was like a couple months ago. I had a backside flip. Anything over it's crazy. This thing's pretty tough. The runway is pretty, gotta weasel through this little area right here because you got the skinny little, go to pop, you hit your shit on it. There's a good example of why this thing sucks. Yeah, so that's that. There's that thing. Brooklyn Banks these days, they're doing construction on like on the bridge somewhere. I think it's the off-ramp or something, but they're parking all the equipment, like the machine trucks and all that stuff. They're parking it under the bridge, so I think it's not skatable till like 2015 or 16 or something. So I heard they might do some sort of skatable, build some stuff to add to it. I don't know.
There's just so much stuff that's gone down there.
I'm bummed I never got to skate over those small banks, over the barrier, the rail.
The only guy that's done it with the fence on top is from Jersey.
Yeah. He freaking clipped the top though. Couldn't just get that little bit higher.
I think he meant to do that.
That's what you Jersey guys say. It's a Jersey thing, hey.
Hey, until somebody else clears it clean.
Susky had a photo ollie in it. I ollied over it. I never landed it.
With the fence?
With the fence.
I claim you and Susky is from Jersey anyway.
Hey, whoa, wait. So yeah, this is what's left for now.
Yeah, it looks crazy.
It's the Brooklyn Banks, legendary New York skate spot. It's not skatable right now. They're reconstructing the overpass. So they're, I don't know, I guess putting a bunch of just here for a couple years. But I think it's gonna be reopening to be skated again in a couple years. Epic spot, man. People skate the bank to pillars. I had a skateboarder cover doing a frontside grind on the top of that one. It's definitely one of the crazier things. Down there is the bigger rail. A bunch of people had tricks on and like old Zoo Video or EST or something. This is the larger side of the banks. I believe Jamie Thomas started a line over at the small banks. What do you do? Like I forget the exact line, but did a trick down the little rail, tray flip, came through these basketball courts, then back 50 down one of these big rails.
You think they'll ever let kids skate here again?
Yeah, I think they're supposed to, like 2015 or 16, so in a year or two. I think it's supposed to be cleared out and skatable again.
Are they trying to hook it up though, so that's like a skate park?
I don't know, I had heard Steve Rodriguez was talking to people about doing stuff, so I think they're gonna build some actual skate. I think this is definitely when people come to New York, they want to go to the Brooklyn Banks for sure. Got to see Muska skate it before. That was cool. Along that back wall, there's like a rail, then there's a Jersey barrier. Jake Johnson did wall ride over the Jersey barrier to front tail on the rail. You don't see spots like this. Stairs, rails, banks, bank to walls. Pretty rad. Rugged, super rugged. It's a damn shame. It's ridiculous.